Oh, hello. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like Anastasia Steele, you must be a glutton for punishment if you've returned. So now we're just gonna go on and I'm gonna sort of summarize things. As you can see, marked my copy here. So yes, I am now a person who owns a copy of 50 Shades of Grey that has underlined passages in it. When we last left our intrepid protagonist, she had just finished a disastrous interview with the enigmatic CEO of Christian Grey Enterprises Holdings LLC Incorporated Imports. So Anna gets done with her disastrous interview with Christian Grey, our S&M freak du jour, and she then goes back and, briefs her sick friend on it, and we begin to meet the secondary characters, including Jose. Jose and I are good friends, but I know deep down inside he'd like to be more. He's cute and funny, but he's just not for me. He's more like the brother I never had. Finish your drink whenever Anna mentions for the first time a male admirer who she could not give a fuck about. Okay, so then we find out that Anna works at some kind of hardware store. Then, for some reason, I glance up, ... and find myself locked in the bold gray gaze of Christian Grey, who's standing at the counter staring at me. Heart failure. One of the great things I love about Anna is that she has the most wonderful running internal monologue. She is constantly just berating herself and tearing herself down in her own mind. Every time Christian Grey shows up, she's just like, oh, why is he in Portland? Why is he here at Clayton's? Damn, try to be cool, Anna. Eyes front steel. So it's just one thing after another of her, just in her own head, hating herself. Such self-loathing going on here. Terrible. Paul has materialized at the other end of the aisle. He's Mr. Clayton's youngest brother. Paul has always been a buddy, and in this strange moment that I'm having with the rich, powerful, awesomely off-the-charts, attractive control freak Grey, it's great to talk to someone who's normal. Rich, powerful, awesomely off-the-charts, attractive control freak Grey. When I glance up at Christian Grey, he's watching us like a hawk, his eyes hooded and speculative, his mouth a hard, impassive line. So, the second that any other male talks to Anna, Christian Grey just, loses his shit, apparently. By the way, finish your drink again, another male admirer she can't give a fuck about. Chapter 3, so now we've moved on to when we need to get a photo session with Christian Grey for the article that Anna already interviewed him for. Jose is the photographer. Poor Jose is the photographer, so we get to see them interact here. Mr. Rodriguez. Grey's expression changes too as he appraises Jose. How much could this Latin man be worth? Okay, so after the photo session is over, Christian Grey wants to have coffee with Anna. Scandal. I think you're very self-contained, he murmurs. Every third line of dialogue in this piece of shit is murmured or something. New rule. Those of you drinking along at home, ma. Murmurs, mumbles, or mutters. If dialogue is attributed that way, do a shot and call a hearse. He tugs the hand that he's holding so hard that I fall back against him just as a cyclist whips past, narrowly missing me, heading the wrong way up this one-way street. Are you okay? He whispers. He has one arm around me, clasping me to him, while the fingers of his other hand softly trace my face, gently probing, examining me. His thumb brushes my lower lip and his breath hitches. He's staring into my eyes and I hold his anxious, burning gaze for a moment, or maybe it's forever. But eventually my attention is drawn to his beautiful mouth. And for the first time in 21 years, I want to be kissed. I want to feel his mouth on mine. End of chapter 3. Chapter 4, they don't kiss. Anna, what's wrong? Oh no, not the Catherine Kavanaugh Inquisition. Nobody expects the Catherine Kavanaugh Inquisition! Anna, there's a package for you. Kate is standing on the steps up to the front door, holding a brown paper parcel. What's in the box? I recognize the quote from Tess. Oh, see, that's the snooty British novel that we're name-dropping here for credibility. Tess of the Drubervilles. Holy shit, they are first editions. They must be worth a fortune, and I know immediately who sent them. Alright, so final exams are over, and they are totally gonna go get drunk. So she drunk dials him, and then within minutes, it seems, he shows up at the bar, despite the fact that she did not tell him where she was. And we later find that he used some kind of crazy-ass satellite technology to find her, because he cares, I guess, not because he's a fucking stalker. My stomach heaves and I double over, my body no longer able to tolerate the alcohol, and I vomit spectacularly onto the ground. Ugh, Dios mío, Anna. Jose jumps back in disgust. That's a little Spanish. The last thing I hear before I pass out in Christian Grey's arms is his harsh epithet. Fuck! Chapter 5, in which Anna wakes up next to Christian Grey. Okay, so she passed out, and apparently he brought her back to his place and undressed her and put her in bed and stuff. But they totally didn't have sex because he would never take advantage of her like that. He runs his hand through his hair. Anastasia, I'm not a hearts and flowers kind of man. I don't do romance. My tastes are very singular. You should steer clear of me. That is such bullshit. You know, it's like, oh, I'm so dangerous, I'm such a bad boy, but I must have you. But you should stay away from me. I would totally never hurt you unless I might. Eat, he says more sharply. Anastasia, I have an issue with wasted food. Eat. Oh, fuck the paperwork, he growls. He lunges at me, pushing me against the wall of the elevator. He takes full advantage, his tongue expertly exploring my mouth. Ugh. I can't even read this.
No, do it.
I can't.
It's for,
I can't.
It's for...
Don't make me do it.
It's for the people.
His erection is against my belly. He wants me. Christian Grey, Greek god, wants me. And I want him here, now, in the elevator. You are so sweet. He murmurs. I'm sorry, he murmured that. He murmurs, each word a staccato. Murmurs a staccato? Chapter 6, in which Christian flies Anna to his Seattle apartment. This is a non-disclosure agreement. He shrugs and has the grace to look a little embarrassed. My lawyer insists on it. He's making her sign a non-disclosure agreement to have sex with him? Does this mean you're going to make love to me tonight, Christian? I don't make love. I fuck. Hard. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Do it.
I can't do this.
You gotta do it. It's too funny to not do it.
He opens the door and stands back to let me in. I gaze at him once more. I so want to know what's in here. Taking a deep breath, I walk in, and it feels like I've time traveled back to the 16th century and the Spanish Inquisition. Holy fuck. What's in the room? I don't know because I haven't read ahead yet, but if you want to know, join us again for Chapter 7, and probably some more, of 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. But in the meantime, I know that I'm just kicking the hell out of this terrible book, but I also want to use this as an opportunity to highlight books that are good. So tonight's book, you should be reading instead, is Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. This, I know that your friend right now is totally going crazy right now, being like, oh my god, that's the book that they based Blade Runner off of. Yes, this is the book that they based Blade Runner off of. Now, it doesn't have all the same stuff that Blade Runner has in it, but you can definitely see all of the really cool influences that Ridley Scott got from it. It's a novel that wonders about what makes us human. It wonders about when our machines are going to be more human than us. It is so prescient, it's predictive of the future and everything, and you should be reading it instead. So, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. You should be reading it, read it too, and we'll get you this video later. Come back and join us again. Good night. Motherfucker, is there really a tampon scene later?
Yes.
Shut up, you're making that up. There's no tampon scene. I swear there can't be a tampon scene.